Alright, I let that sit for about 5 minutes. Honestly, I think it's pretty much dried off, and it's coming off fairly easily now. Fairly easily. But I'm still going to have to use some elbow grease to get this off. I don't like using, people suggest goof off and goo gone and stuff like that. I don't know, I don't like using chemicals like that on the plastic. So it might take me a little bit to do this, but it's not too bad. A little bit of elbow grease and some patience. And an old rag you don't need anymore. And it comes right up. I'll be able to clean the rest of that up with a wipe down of rubbing alcohol. But it's not too bad when you let it soak for a few minutes before. I mean, I'm basically just rubbing, and once it starts warming up from the rubbing, it starts separating the glue from the plastic. And I've got probably about 40% of it off now. So it's not too hard or time consuming. It's more annoying than anything. But sure, goof off, goog on it might work much better than this. But they are known to be carcinogenic, and I have a lot of cancer that's been in my family, and I'm trying to stay away from getting cancer. So I try not to use anything that causes cancer in lab rats, because I don't want to be a guinea pig. So we've got about 70% of it off now. It only took a few minutes. And then I can go back through and do another quick wipe over with the clean side of the rag. Need more rubbing alcohol. I can tell I'm shaking the camera. I'm trying to do my best by stabilizing the system so that I don't shake it too much, but I just know it's going to be wobbly as hell on videos like this. This is another reason why I need to get a separate solution for mounting this camera. Make it shake, baby. Shake that booty. Alright, so we've got about 90% off now. Just a little bit more rubbing alcohol. I'm going to give it a little bit of help with my fingernail. Help get it down into that glue a little bit better. Which is what I should have been doing each time I was putting more glue on. I mean, more glue. Putting more rubbing alcohol on. Alright, so we're almost done. One more wipe down and that'll be it. Alright. And I held off on rewashing the case because I knew I was going to do this. So I knew I was going to have to rewash it again anyway. So I didn't want to have to do it twice. So I just waited. Alright, so that is the top part all done. No more sticky. No more sticky. All right. And now back to the LED. The back to the LED. Back to the bezel, the jewel. And this one, oh yeah, it's already coming off so much easier. I might have to do another soaking, but this looks like it's gonna get most of it off real quick. Just gotta use my fingernail. I have a spatula, a putty knife that I normally use to do this, and for the life of me, I haven't seen it since I moved a couple of months ago. And this is the first one of these I've done in a while, so I haven't had a need for one. So I think tonight I'll go online and order a couple just to have them, since I can't find mine. So I got most of that off that side done. I know I do things the hard way. I'm old-fashioned. I like getting my hands dirty, and it doesn't bother me. And this may actually be one of the easy jewels to clean, because I've noticed that other than the silver is a pain in the ass. But the green is coming right off. I think if I can get the rest of this off real quick and put it back under the alcohol for a few minutes. Actually, I'm going to sand it down a little bit to open up the silver so it gets underneath and is able to get to the green, and I might be able to get it to come off a lot easier that way. I'm going to have a lot of cleanup after this one. I'm waiting for my polish to come in. That I lost also, so I haven't been able to polish any jewels lately either. Alright, so we've got almost all the foam off. And it is super sticky now because it's half broken down the glue that's under here. Alright, so I don't want to use a really heavy abrasive on this because it's just going to leave really thick lines, and you don't want thick lines in these. So I usually start out with like a 200, and right now I'm more interested in getting this silver off. If I can, with as easy as that green came off, if I can get most of the silver off, I could just do another quick soak, and it should get most of the glue, the paint off. And then I have much higher grit papers to use for finishing it off. But I'm going to have to polish the top of this off because I did get a little bit of rubbing alcohol on it, and it clouds the plastic. Didn't get it off in time, so the top's got a couple of spots on it. So that's coming along nice. Most of the silver's off now. Oh, dropping stuff. And this is a 220 grit. I don't know if I said that or not, but it's a 220 grit sanding block. Can already see through it. This has such a unique smell when you're sanding it down. It's very interesting. Alright, I've got most of that. I'm going to flip it over. Get me a clean side. These are washable, so I can get that paint that's in between the grooves out and use it again. I think I've probably used this one about 3 or 4 times on Jules. So we're getting there. We can almost see through it. And then once we get down to the next step, I'm going to use finer sandpaper and some water. Man, that's such a pain in the ass there. It does not want to come off. Yep, sorry for the camera shaking. Alright, this should do it. There we go. Alright, silver off that side. And silver almost off of this side. Holy cow, that one doesn't want to come off. There we go. I got it warm enough and it kind of just chipped off the plastic. Alright. So now I'm going to grab another container and some water. And then I'm going to start out with a 1500 grit. If I can get it out of the bag. Come on, sandpaper. Alright. I add some water, and I do it in circles this time. And this is 1500 grit. And this is going to get the rest of the paint off and start smoothing it down for me for any of those scratches that I made. See, it's already almost clean. There's a couple of spots from where the glue got softened and made it to the top of the jewel, but for the most part it's done. Now a little foggy. Now we will go up to, I think it's 2000 or 2500. 2500. And I like to use these multiple times. I could usually get maybe 3 or 4 uses out of them before the sandpaper is just absolutely toast. So I just dry them out real quick, flip them upside down, and then put something on each side to keep it flat. Alright, for this one, 2500 grit. This is going to help get rid of most of the fine scratching. I'm going to work on a solution for the wobbly camera. See if I can get me some wood that I can make a little shelf with. Keep catching myself. Looks like there's something under it that's worn through. Yeah. It was annoying the hell out of me. Kept catching on it. Polish on the top. There's a little bit of glue up here, paint up here too. A little bit more. And I can't remember, I think I have a 3000 that I go up to, or 3500. 5000. That's the smooth like a baby's butt. Just want to keep making sure there's water on it. It will make the sanding go much easier. It will look much better. And it will make your sandpaper last longer. Alright. That's almost crystal clear again, other than the fogginess on the top of it. Alright, let me put that one down. We will wet this one, and we will finish this off real quick. And then I'll do another video in the next couple of days that will have me outdoors painting. I'll use my 4K camera for that. Get some really nice close-ups, hopefully. can already tell a difference in this, just the way it feels when I'm sliding it around on the sandpaper. It doesn't catch it all. It just glides the whole time. Alright. And voila. When I get my polish, I'll polish it up on both sides. And it will look as close to new as you can get to new without it actually being new. So let me clean this real quick. And there you go. Nice and pretty. And yeah, I popped in the top light for this video. I kind of made it work, but it's going to get in my way a lot. So I know I got to find a different way to do that. And as you can tell, it's still cloudy. Oops, maybe you can't tell. It's still cloudy, but it will be until I polish it, and then it'll be almost clear. And with the back paint on it, it won't even be able to tell that it wasn't the original jewel. Alright guys, until our next video, stay safe out there, like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment on this video and comment on the last video and let me know what color you want this jewel. I gotta buy paint this weekend. Alright, have a good one.